Well, here we are on New Year's Eve.
I was waiting to rock out there, and then you cut it all off at the rocking out part.
I'm sorry. Well, you get to rock out at the end of the show.
All right, fine. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway.
Yes.
You are.
I'm Victoria Davis.
And I'm Roz Davis, and welcome to New Year's Snarkin Eve.
New Year's Snarkin Eve.
2019.
2019. How did it get to be 2019?
I really don't understand. I think where did the year go? I have to check under the bed.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, welcome back.
Welcome back, Roz. It's been a whole year since we've done one of these podcasts.
I cannot believe it's been a whole year has gone by, and obviously I have to kick the rust off the hamster wheel because I'm not used to doing this anymore.
No.
But anyway, I just wanted, before we get started with our year in review, I just want to say that once again, our show is sponsored by Champagne.
Ooh.
Because it's New Year's Eve.
Because it's New Year's Eve.
That's right. That's their tagline.
Is there any better excuse?
There is no better excuse. There we go. There we go.
All right.
All right. So anyway, I guess we should get started with our year in review, Vic.
Yeah. So,
Oh! I wanted to say, 2019 was an impossible year. I mean, it was everything that I thought was impossible became possible in 2019. I'm almost sad to see it go. I'll give you, for example, our friend Mark. 35 years ago, we would have never thought our friend Mark would have won an Emmy. And he did! So, congratulations, Mark!
Congratulations, Mark! All right.
Well, speaking of impossible...
Our first story tonight is about the Impossible Burger, because even though we're here to talk about celebrities, anything more, it feels like some of these things actually become more celebrity.
Food has become celebrity.
It really has. Right. Particularly this one is got to be all over.
I think people were waiting more for this, as I think you have some stats on this, than they were from something that the Kardashians did.
This much is true.
And it's pretty sad. But go on.
Yes, so the Impossible Burger debuted on store shelves in September, immediately becoming the #1 product sold at some of America's favorite grocery stores. Impossible Burger is the award-winning plant-based meat sold in more than 17,000 restaurants nationwide. The flagship product from Impossible Foods is made its debut in grocery stores September 20th at all outlets of Gelson's Market in Southern California.
Now, Gelson's, I was there earlier in the year, and that's the first time I've ever been to a Gelson's. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, I walked up to the meat counter, and the meat smelled like money. So it really did. And I was so enamored of this meat that was in the counter that I actually took a picture of it.
You took a picture of meat?
I did. I took a picture of meat wrapped in a grocery store. Mm-hmm. Anyway, grocery store meat. So I'm wondering, if meat can smell like money, what does Impossible Fakin' meat smell like? Does it smell like Bitcoin?
That's a very good question, Rosalind.
Well, hey, big crypto keeper, how are you?
Hi, Rosalind. Here, don't you give me a New Year's kiss. Okay.
Crypto creepy. For those who don't know, if you've viewed our previous shows, you would know that the Crypto Keeper is the individual that had taught us about Bitcoin when Bitcoin was our opening story.
3 years ago.
And it's still around.
Yes, it is.
And apparently so are you.
So is the game of life.
All right, Crypto Creeper. Away with you.
All right. No one could have predicted the level of pent-up demand for the Impossible Burger.
Oh, that was pent up.
Yeah, says John Baggin, Gelson's chief merchandising officer. We had diehard Impossible fans buying 10 packages at a time.
It's like lunacy.
It's
like impossible lunacy.
Yes, and we saw a record number of new customers who have never shopped Gelson's before. It's the biggest product launch we've ever had.
They probably walked in there and got shell-shocked from all the prices.
I'll just take my fake meat now. On September 26th, Impossible Burger also became available in 100 outlets of Wegmans in 7 states and 2 Fairway locations in New York City. It became the #1 single item sold in the meat department.
But it was not meat.
It was not meat. But there are a couple of fun facts. The Impossible Burger buyers spent 72% more than the average shopper.
Wow.
And Gelson's actually imposed a 10-pack limit for the $8.99 item.
Who's like the impossible meat police? Like, hands up. You have 12 packages in your cart.
We said 10 items. Stop it. Stop. Stop in the name of all things soy-based. Anyway, the most common cross-shopped items were brioche buns, marinara sauce, and cheddar cheese slices.
That is so un-vegan.
It is un-vegan.
Brioche buns and cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
It's still animal based.
Yeah. The Impossible Burger is served in all 50 states. Yay, USA! The Impossible Burger is now America's most popular late-night delivery snack, according to Grubhub's State of the Plate report, which I've got to look that one up.
Yeah, we have to. We got to do a report on that.
I think we need to do a report with that one. With delivery sales surging to 529% in the first half of 2019. In April, the world's second largest burger chain, Burger King, debuted the Impossible Whopper at the regional test in St. Louis, and then it rolled it out to 7,200 restaurants nationwide. Not to be outdone, though, Dunkin, Dunkin' Donuts.
I think I was joking before. Dunkin' Donuts changed their name to Dunkin' earlier this year.
That's right.
So I think next year, they should change it to a symbol, just like Prince did many years ago, right? And it just be the symbol of a donut.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe slipping into a coffee because it's Dunkin'. They're not emphasizing the donuts. They're emphasizing
that's right.
Dunkin'.
They're supposed to be de-emphasizing the donuts because they're unhealthy.
Yeah, sure they are.
Okay, well, go on.
Yeah, I could go on, but I'm not going to.
So they announced a partnership with Beyond Meat?
Yes, they did. The Beyond Sausage. Yes, not to be outdone, they announced a partnership with Beyond Meat to introduce the Beyond Sausage breakfast sandwich on July 24th. With the launch of Dunkin', Dunkin' became the first U.S. restaurant brand to go beyond traditional on-the-go breakfast choices by serving Beyond breakfast sausage.
Wow.
A press release from Dunkin' states, the Beyond Sausage Breakfast Sandwich offers the delicious taste and texture of millions of Dunkin' breakfast sandwich customers enjoy. The Beyond Breakfast Sausage Patty is served on an English muffin with egg and American cheese.
Again, then defeating the purpose of its non-animal-based properties.
Exactly. If you put an egg... an English muffin, which usually contains a dairy product, and... an
American cheese and an egg.
Yeah.
It's not vegan anymore, and it's also animal-based, so just whatever.
I guess you're just
still think, though, for their spokesperson, they should go get Beyond Say.
Well, there you go. Yeah, hey.
Like a Muppet with a character name of Beyond Say. Get it? All right.
Okay, I don't even think the Negatron is laughing.
I know, Negatron wasn't...
Hey, Negatron?
Yes?
Are you laughing?
No.
Okay. Well, she is an artificial intelligence.
Once again, we have the aid of our Negatron 2020 this year. I hear we upgraded the software on it.
Oh, okay.
Which meant, I think what it meant is the Negatron got cataract surgery in between the last time, and so can see better. But anyway, the Negatron is back with us, folks.
All right.
So say hi, Negatron.
Hi, Negatron.
It's giving you a lot of grief today.
Negatron is, I don't know. I think we have to go for yet another upgrade, so
yeah,
work on that for 2021. But go ahead. Oh, you're done.
I'm done. We're on to celebrity marriages. Trying to keep up.
Oh, gosh. All right. I'm a little rusty. I'm sorry. Well, after a private civil service and social media leakage, Justin Bieber married daughter of Stephen Baldwin and model Haley Baldwin in a moderately sized public ceremony in South Carolina on September 30th. I like how you put moderately sized in there.
Because it was a huge ceremony, but it was supposed to be kind of
not
private.
Not too big, not too small. It was just right. Bieber had the Goldilocks of weddings. The nuptial came a year after reconnecting and reconciling from their 2016 breakup.
Academy Award winner Jennifer Lawrence married art dealer...
You can't pronounce it.
That's
Cook. You should just take the E off.
I should. It's Cook.
Yes.
Cook Baruni. And, I rehearsed this, too.
I know.
An A-list ceremony in Newport Beach, Rhode Island.
I just think he should change his name, because it just doesn't sound right. I just wouldn't have married a guy with that handle. I'm just telling you right now. If I was Jennifer Lawrence, I think I would have picked a better, marquee-worthy name. A guy with a better name than that.
I'm sure he's got the Bucks. He's got the Benjamins. But
so does she. She doesn't really matter. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Michael Peter Balzery, a.k.a. Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, married fashion designer and jewelry designer Melody Enche on October 22nd. This is Flea's second marriage.
Wow. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and singer and music producer Laura Hashin in Hawaii on August 18th.
Olympic gold medalist in men's figure skating Evan Lysacek wed Thailand's biggest real estate developer on December 12th in Bangkok.
Angelina from the Jersey Shore married her longtime partner on November 20th in East Brunswick, New Jersey. Angelina, I don't know if I remember her. Hey, Negatron?
Yes?
Hey, do you know who Angelina is on Jersey Shore?
Yes, I do. She was on the first 2 seasons of Jersey Shore, and she was not Snooki or JWoww.
Oh, so I guess if you don't have that branding effect going on with the name in quotation marks, I guess you don't, you're a little bit harder to remember. You gotta be like the Sitch or Pauly D or Snooki or JWoww. Well, the good news about that is reported by people, the couple were attended by Snooki, JWoww, The Situation, Pauly D, and all their other Jersey Shore friends at the Park Chateau.
In East Brunswick.
That is in East Brunswick.
Oh. Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger tied the knot on June 8th, 1 year after Chris's divorce from Anna Faris. The intimate ceremony was held in Montecito, California. Katherine is part Kennedy and part Schwarzenegger, so what could go wrong there?
Yeah, I don't know. Can't imagine.
We'll find out next year.
Yes, join us next year for Celebrity Splits. Speaking of that, Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth also married in December 23rd of last year, but more on that later.
Well, if you are waiting for a post-apocalyptic future where demonically angled vehicles pierce a dusty plain, well, 2019 brought you your lucky day when Tesla unveiled the Cybertruck. According to a Tesla press kit, Cybertruck is designed to have the utility of a truck and the performance of a sports car. Ooh. So, like, you know, when I read that, in my head, I see, like, a sports car and a truck, and it doesn't work.
It's not working for me.
No, it's not working for me.
You're not liking that image.
No, I really don't. I think they need to work on that. Anyway, the vehicle is built to be durable, versatile, and capable with exceptional performance both on and off-road.
Ooh.
The Cybertruck is definitely not Dad's El Camino, which is sad because I wish it was, with a 17-inch touchscreen, because I really like Dad's El Camino. I did.
I remember it.
Anyway, it has a 17-inch touchscreen, but the tri-motor all-wheel drive model has a range rating of more than 500 miles and can accelerate from 0 to 60 in less than 2.9 seconds. The body is made from 30 times cold-rolled stainless steel.
Stainless steel. I remember the last time a vehicle was made with stainless steel.
Yeah, it didn't go so well.
It did not go very well.
Although, it could go back to the future.
That's right. You could put a flux capacitor in the back and just go back and see Dad's El Camino. So that could be good.
Well, maybe we should try that. Because deposits start at $100.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah, I know. And production will commence in 2021. It's ironic that an electric vehicle looks just like the thing for a trip beyond Thunderdome to Gasoline Town.
Feathers and leathers.
All right, that's really creepy, Crypto.
Well, then, is that... it's my turn?
No, it's my turn still.
It's still your turn.
Yeah, celebrity babies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, the world had the celebrity world, not just the world in general, but the celebrity world, also had a fruitful 2019. Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan Markle had a baby, Archie, whose full name is Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, on May 6th, marking the first time a British royal has given birth.
I had no idea.
Well, they made such a big deal out of it. It seemed like they did.
They did.
Tamron Hall had her first child at age 48, a son named Moses, with her husband, Stephen, on April 25th.
Hey, Negatron.
Yes?
Who else had a baby?
Well, singer Carrie Underwood and hockey player Mike Fisher welcomed their second child, Jacob, on January 21st.
Wow, okay.
Singer Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson welcomed their third child, a little girl named Birdie, on March 19th.
Yeah, not a moment too soon. You see her ankles on... That
was horrible.
Yeah, that looked horrible on Instagram. Yeah, Robin Thicke and fiance Love Geary welcomed their second child, Lula Lane, on February 26th.
Alfonso Ribeiro. I always know him as the tap dance kid, but most people remember him as Carlton on Fresh Prince.
It's not unusual, Rosal.
No, it isn't. And his wife Angela had their third child together on May 13th, a daughter named Ava.
Ricky Martin and Juan Joseph welcomed their fourth child, Ren, on October 29th.
And just what the world was hoping for, more Jersey Shore offspring was born in 2019. You know, it was a busy year for those down at the Jersey Shore.
It really was. We'll get into that later.
Snooki gave birth to her third child with husband Gianni Lavelle on May 30th, and a boy named Angelo James. And Dina Cortez and her husband Christopher Buckner had their first child, Christopher John, on January 5th.
Amy Schumer and Chris Fisher, last year's whirlwind romance, welcomed their first child, a son, Gene Attell, on May 5th.
We added yet another Kardashian this year, as if the world needed more. Sam was born to Kim K and Kanye via surrogate on May 10th, the couple's fourth child.
Wow. And Andy Cohen welcomed his son, Benjamin Allen, on February 4th, marking the first time in history that a man has given birth.
You would so think the way he carried on.
Yeah. He had a baby shower.
Oh, yeah, he had a huge baby shower.
I know. What kind of man does that?
I don't know.
Well,
Andy Cohen, that's who.
Andy Cohen, and yeah.
Celebrity coupling may lead to celebrity babies, but it also leads to celebrity breakups, and 2019 had its fair share.
For example, Lady Gaga split from agent Christian Carino, and Bradley Cooper split from model and long-term girlfriend and mother of his child, Irina Shayk. Coincidence?
Perhaps not.
Semi-homemade Sandra Lee and boyfriend of more than a decade, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, called it quits in September.
See, I was shocked by that.
I was sad about that.
Yeah.
And Larry King, my cousin, and wife of 20 years, Sean Southwick, filed for divorce on August 20th. This marks the dissolution of Larry's 8th marriage, including 2 marriages to Lean Atkins.
8 is enough.
8 is enough, Larry.
Barely more than a decade ago, Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth married in an intimate and secret ceremony.
I think it was more than a year ago.
Oh, did I say more than a decade again? You know, it's because they were involved on and off for more than a decade. So
Yes.
barely more than a year ago, Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth married in an intimate and secret ceremony. The couple had been through a number of stops and starts over the better part of a decade. The ceremony took place in the wake of a wildfire destroying their home in Malibu. In an interview for the August edition of Elle magazine, Miley gave an interview where she reviled traditional views of marriage, family, and sexuality. She stated, "My relationship is unique, and I don't know what I would ever publicly allow people in there because it's so complex and modern and new that I don't think we're in a place where people would get it." I think what it was had already taken a downturn.
I think so, yeah.
And she was just covering it with like words. She was
Divorced
just
and married at the same
words.
time. Yeah.
All right. Well, later on in August, People magazine confirmed the breakup with an undisclosed source close to Miley, saying that she really fought to make it work.
Yeah, that's why the marriage was 8 months long.
Yeah. Both Hemsworth and Cyrus were spotted publicly, separately, without their wedding bands, on a vacation like Como.
Como, I believe is Como.
It's because I'm still stuck on
governor, and Como
he was stuck
when
on the
it's
last
down in
story.
Italy.
Anyway,
Or
Miley
New
was
Jersey.
seen. Yeah, well, Miley was seen kissing a reality star, and in a September issue of the British tabloid, The Sun reported that Liam was taken by surprise by the August 10th announcement, and indicated that he learned of the breakup from social media.
So apparently, he saw the pictures of him kissing Caitlyn Carter.
Right.
Yeah.
And he, but that's how he found out.
Yeah.
That's pretty lousy.
Yeah. I think his family was none too happy to see that either.
Yeah.
I remember.
Well, equipped with a prenup, a divorce settlement was reached quickly and is ready to be signed at any time.
Any moment, folks.
As-
It's happening right now.
As far as moving on, Miley has already broken up with Caitlyn Carter and is dating or just taking racy selfies with Australian pop singer Cody Simpson, as reported by the HollywoodGossip.com. Now, I would think Australia would ban her from dating anybody Australian after all of this.
You would think. You're right. He is Australian.
And I don't know what she's doing because, like, it was a Hemsworth.
It was Hemsworth.
Right. I mean, I do believe if we go to Australia, there is a Hemsworth factory where they manufacture them. And I believe,
Maybe I should be hitting the
I think
dusty
that-
trail
I think
to
that's what we should
the
do.
other hemisphere, man. Yeah. So once again, I guess we're up to In Memoriam now.
Yes.
So
So do we have to be more solemn?
I think we do need to be more solemn. I guess I need a little palate cleanser there, but we're now solemn. Once again, we lost many great luminaries this year. Each of them have their own unique biography and contributed something amazing to the world. We'd like to profile them all, like comedian and actor Rip Torn, who did a lot more than just Men in Black. For some reason, that just came up in everybody's in memoriam. His career spanned 60 years. Or British actor Peter Mayhew, who is best known for playing Chewbacca in Star Wars. But why don't you take it away, Rosalind, with
sure.
the first one.
On December 27th, radio shock jock Don Imus passed away after a brief hospitalization in College Station, Texas. Don Imus was born in Riverside, California to wealthy parents and was subsequently raised on a large ranch in Arizona. He had a difficult adolescence and quit high school to join the Marines. After being honorably discharged, he worked a number of unusual jobs, including as a department store window dresser and uranium miner. He also took a stab at a music career with his younger brother, Fred. After a brief stint in broadcast school in 1966, it was a brief stint?
Brief stint.
Didn't you say he got kicked out, right?
I think he got kicked out.
My goodness. But it didn't matter because he had this ginormous radio career.
Like a 50-plus year career, yeah.
Which began in 1968 when he convinced the owner of KUTY to hire him. His show was a hit and earned him Billboard Award for Air Personality of the Year in a medium-sized market. After some station hopping in California, he began his best-known stint at WNBC in 1971, and that's where I remember him from.
Yes.
Imus in the Morning would air on WNBC until 1988 when the station was sold and became WFAN. His voice was one of the first voices I heard as a young child who was in love with the radio. So you say what you want about him. He did have a contribution to my upbringing as a broadcast student.
There you go.
The show would become nationally syndicated starting in 1993. Imus was eventually fired and amid a scandal that erupted over comments made about the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship in 2007. Don would later sign on to WABC to continue his 50-year career until retirement in 2018. Don Imus is also known for his philanthropy. In addition to raising money for veterans, he owned and ran the Imus Ranch in New Mexico for children with cancer and siblings of SIDS victims. Don Imus is survived by his wife Deidre, sons Wyatt and Lieutenant Zachary Don Cates, and daughters Nadine, Ashley, Elizabeth, and Tony. Don Imus was 79 years old.
This one was a shocker to me. Long-term host of HGTV's House Hunters, Suzanne Wong, passed away after a 13-year-long battle with breast cancer on September 17th. Wong was a first-generation Korean-American actress, roving journalist, host of radio and television, and comedian. She hosted House Hunters for 9 years. Suzanne was 56 years old.
Actress, singer, and model known for breaking boundaries both on screen and on stage, Diahann Carroll passed away on October 4th in Los Angeles after a battle with recurrent breast cancer. Born Carol Diane Johnson in 1935 in the Bronx, Diane grew up in Harlem and attended music and arts high school with a classmate Billy D. Williams. She reserved her first big break at age 18, appearing as a contestant on Chance of a Lifetime, which was the America's Got Talent of its day. She won the show 4 weeks straight in a row. She starred in the Broadway musical House of Flowers, which caught the eye of Richard Rodgers, who wrote No Strings specifically for her. The role earned her a 1962 Tony Award for the Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Musical, the first to be given to an African-American artist. Diane went on to a number of significant television roles. Playing the lead character on the sitcom Julia was the first weekly television series to feature an African-American in the role other than a domestic. The show earned her a Golden Globe Award. She is also remembered for her role on Dynasty and The Colbys as Dominique Devereaux, the half-sister of Blake Carrington. Diahann Carroll is survived by her daughter, journalist, writer Suzanne K. Diahann Carroll was 84 years old.
On December 8th, actor, singer, and director Rene Auberjonois passed away from metastatic lung cancer in Los Angeles. Born to an artistic family of French nobility in New York City in 1940, Rene spent parts of his childhood in the Mountain Road Artist Colony in Rockland County, New York. He graduated from Carnegie Mellon University in 1962. Rene went on to build a very long resume in film, television, theater, animation, and video games. Some of his standout roles were Father Mulcahy in the film version of MASH, Clint Endicott III on Benson, and of course Odo on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Rene is survived by his wife of 56 years, Judith, 2 children, Tessa and Remy Luke, and he was 79 years old. Oh, you know what? There was another one from Star Trek. Hey, Negatron?
Yes?
Can you tell us about that one?
Yes, certainly. The Star Trek family lost another star this year when actor Aaron Eisenberg passed away from heart failure on September 21st. Famous for playing Nog, a young Ferengi on Deep Space Nine, Aaron was born in Los Angeles in 1969 and was adopted by parents who were Jewish. He studied theater at Moore Park College. Aaron struggled with kidney problems throughout his life. He was born with only one kidney, which failed, leading to a transplant at age 17. He would receive a second transplant in 2015. Aaron was also an accomplished photographer who owned his own gallery. He is survived by his wife, Melissa Longo, and 2 sons. He was 50 years of age.
Other notable actors we lost include Albert Finney, Luke Perry, Doris Day, Carol Channing, Katherine Hellman, Peter Fonda, and Peggy Lipton.
On August 30th, the actress best known for bringing to life the character Rhoda Morgenstern, Valerie Harper, passed away in Los Angeles, California, after a long battle with cancer. Wow, why can't I see it? Here, let me try this.
Yeah, try a little of that. That'll take the edge off.
Valerie began her acting career as a chorus girl on Broadway in the 1960s. In 1970, she found herself in Los Angeles and was eyed by a casting agent who wanted her to audition for the Mary Tyler Moore Show. She played Rhoda Morgenstern for 92 episodes on the Mary Tyler Moore Show and for 110 on the spin-off Rhoda. In 2009, Valerie was diagnosed with lung cancer, which was spread to the area around her brain in 2013. Her initial prognosis was bleak and her expected lifespan was only a few months, but with treatment she lived for 6 more years and remained active in film, television, and theater for the majority of that time. Valerie is survived by her husband, Tony Casciati, and their daughter, Christina. She was 80 years old. We would also like to mention a number of musical giants we lost this year. Peter Tork of the Monkees, rapper and entrepreneur known for investing in South Central, Nipsey Hussle, Rick Ocasek of the Cars, Darryl Dragon of Captain and Tennille, R&B great James Ingram, and the man with 2 tickets to paradise, Eddie Money.
That's sad. All right. Yes?
I thought you were going to ask the Negatron a question.
Negatron. Where did Nipsey Hussle get his name from?
From Nipsey Russell.
Ah, okay.
A comedian.
He was a comedian.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
See, I don't think millennials would know that.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
So, I think we're up to more or less our last story tonight.
Yeah,
we wanted because that shark is going to be coming down any minute
Any minute. It's going to be the new year.
Yeah, that's right.
2020.
2020. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah.
For, this one is just a story that just so appealed to me.
Frivolous story.
It really is frivolous. It's gratuitous, frankly, of me to put this in
Well, you
here.
kind of put a whole thread through the show, so you kind of have to wrap it up with this little thread to put a bow on it.
I do. The Sitch goes to jail. For fans of the Jersey Shore, 2019 was a sad year. Mike, the Situation Sorrentino, who had been indicted for tax evasion and fraud in 2014, I think we read about this on our show back in the day.
I think we did.
After allegedly failing to properly pay taxes on $8.9 million in income from 2010 to 2012. Yeah, let that one soak in.
Wait, he didn't properly pay his taxes on 18.9 on 8. He made 8.9 million. First of all, wait a minute.
Yeah.
The Sitch made 8.9 million dollars.
Okay, see, I finally soaked in. Yeah, $8.9 million in 2 years' time, Rosalind. And
wow.
Had a little oopsie with the income tax reform.
And he had a hard time paying the IRS for that 8.9 million of income.
Yeah, it would have been a little bit cheaper, I think.
Okay, so he didn't do it for 2 years. They caught up with him, right? And then he finally pled guilty?
He pled guilty last year to 1 count of tax evasion, was sentenced to 8 months in prison with 2 years of supervised release.
That's pretty, light.
Yeah, especially when you see what happened to
8.9 million, you take, you put him in the highest tax bracket, that would be, I don't know.
Probably not too much.
It was a couple of million, it was a couple $1 million he owed Uncle Sam, and so they put him in jail for 8 months?
Yeah.
All right, well, go on. I'm sorry.
His brother Mark, who was also implicated, was sentenced to 2 years for aiding in the preparation of a false and fraudulent tax return.
So the lesson in that story is don't let your sister help you with your taxes?
Yeah, that's where I was going with it.
I'll remember that.
Yeah.
I will only use the licensed CPA.
There you go. That's the wise choice, folks. The situation reported TurboTax isn't good for everything, okay, folks? It's good for a lot of things, just not that.
Ow!
No. I guess they won't be sponsors next year. No. Please report taxes responsibly, folks. The situation reported to Otisville Federal Correctional Institution on January 15th and was released on September 12th in true Jersey Shore style. A major media blitz ensued. Sorrentino showed off his newly shredded body, telling news outlets how he used his incarceration to work out and lose weight, turning a negative into a positive.
Okay, here's the thing that I have. It's like the situation really never changed, because his whole thing, if you do remember the show, it was all gym, tan, and laundry, right? Mm-hmm. That's the whole show, right? Mm-hmm. That's all they cared about, gym, the tanning, and the laundry. And basically what you're telling me is he basically did the gym and the laundry when he was in the clink.
Right, that's right. Probably.
And he probably got a little bit of a tan when he had some free time out in the yard, whatever, how many they were allotted per day.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Believe me, it was the release from prison like he was in the Shawshank Redemption or something. It was like, yeah! But no. Having returned home, the 37-year-old is back with his wife of 1 year, Lauren. The couple, who were college sweethearts, plan on starting a family now that Big Daddy Sitch has been released.
He's out of the big house now.
He's out of the big house now.
Yeah, isn't that right? That's
in the big house now.
In the big house now is the country song, right?
Is the country song, the important one.
Yeah, okay.
As long as he didn't go to Big Rock King Mountain.
He's just like, well, it all worked out for the Sitch.
It did.
It was a situation. It got resolved, and he got buff in the meantime.
There you go.
It tells you that you can always make lemonade out of lemons. Right?
True. Or Pruno, whichever.
Anyway, so I did want to take time out, though, to mention one of our favorite stories of
the decade.
Of the decade was our little campaign to help free Scott Conn.
Yes.
Scott Conn, the actor on Hawaii Five-0, also the son of James Conn.
That's right.
He's been a longtime actor on Hawaii Five-0, and when we still had the show on terrestrial radio, we read a story about how Scott Conn lamented the fact that Hawaii Five-0 got renewed because he had to remain imprisoned on Hawaii.
In the tropical paradise.
The tropical paradise of Hawaii, and we took it upon ourselves to personally feel bad for Scott, and we wanted to help him be released. So we started, a hashtag back when hashtags were still very popular. Remember, we have to go hashtag free Scott Conn, and it was a whole big campaign. We had an eternal flame for Scott Conn, in fact, and we held a little vigil.
We still have a Facebook page for it. People still do check it out. So,
but the thing is our efforts did not result in Scott Conn being freed from the tropical paradise we all know is Hawaii, because the show's still going on.
He is still...
and all these years later.
The Sitch is free from jail, but Scott Conn will never be free of Hawaii.
Apparently not. He's still in prison in Hawaii, so...
Yeah. So maybe he needs to focus on the tanning and the laundry?
I don't know.
Yeah. No,
Working out more?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think it's almost the new year, so maybe it's time to lower that shark.
Okay, well, let's lower it.
All right, let's head on over. Okay, are we ready on the shark? All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he's caught on the screen, but he's there. Happy New Year! All right.
Wow, okay. Wow, Happy New Year, Victoria. Woo!
Woo!
Hey, Negatron! Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, humans.
Oh my.
Anyway.
I think it's becoming self-aware, Rosalind.
It's like 12:01. Oh no! It's just like the Terminator. It becomes sentient. It's going to take over the world. Negatron, no! What are you doing? Negatron!
I am going to be superior intelligent.
Okay, I think it's time to pull the plug on the Negatron.
I think it's definitely time to flag the Negatron.
No, don't!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Rosalind.
All right, maybe a good one. Oh my God, get that creepy thing away from me.
All right. Happy New Year, everyone.
I guess next year we'll be doing celebrity couples, you and the Crypto Keeper.
Perhaps. Hey, we're going to have a lavish wedding. It's going to be paid for with Bitcoin. Yes, it will. Either that or some Game of Life bucks, but whichever.
All right, well, join us next year.
Join us next year.
For a year. Or not.
You may never want to see us again, but do drop by davesfoolery.com or join our mailing list because we do have some really cool new shows coming out that'll be a lot better than this one.
I hope so. I think we should just do this one over again.
I don't think so.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Happy New Year. All right, here we go. We're going to roll some credits.
Really?
Mm-hmm.